do you introduce two parrotlets to each other? Hi, I'm Kaylin, the author of The Parrot Bliss Bond. Please be sure to get your copy on Amazon so that you have your handbook to providing a quality life for your parrots so that they can then have quantities of bliss. You can also get my Tink's Parrot Relief, which is CBD and hemp oil, in case your parrot is stressed out in any way and you need to give them a natural way to help them restore some balance and calm. So today we're talking about introducing two parrotlets together. Now, I just introduced these guys a couple of days ago, and as you can see, it's going very well. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Bonnie, come here. Okay, Bonnie, my golden conure, wanted some help, so I went and I got her. Now, frankly, there's a really big difference between introducing two of the same species, generally speaking, and introducing two parrots that are of different species. Different species, you have to really watch the introduction to make sure that things go smoothly. When you introduce two of the same species, especially if they're young, generally speaking, you could just put them in a cage together. That is exactly what I did with these two. I have had no problems at all whatsoever. You can tell that from the moment I put them together, they were happy. They're not usually side by side like this. They're often on two different sides of the cage. But you could see that they're getting along. Like, everything is super good. When you put two birds together, especially any species, but in our case, two parrotlets, you kind of watch. In this case, there is physical proximity. They are getting a little glued at the hip, although, like I said, they won't stay that way. They haven't been that way. It's because I'm here and they're taking a video. I'm taking a video. The one on the left is the new parrotlet. His name is Polar Bear, and on the right we've got Peachy. And Polar Bear is new to my flock, so he's kind of going, everything's new to me, and he's kind of feeling unsure of himself. Whereas Peachy, she and I are friends, so I'm not making her uncomfortable, but I think she is kind of comforting him. You can easily see how cute they are, how well they're getting along, even though they're not beaking each other, which is putting their beaks together, kind of like when we do cheers with a glass and we clink glasses, they kind of do that with their beaks. And even though they aren't, are they physically touching? Oh, I think they are. They are. So they're in physical proximity, but sometimes one's preening the other or something like that. As soon as I'm out of their cage, I'm sure they'll do that. Right now, he's like, you could see he's looking around more. He's a little more cautious. She's a little more relaxed, but she's kind of like, I don't understand why you've got your phone in my cage. What's going on? But so introducing parrotlets can be an absolute piece of cake. The signs and the troubles you want to avoid, this is easy and obvious. I don't have right now any parrotlets that aren't getting along, but let's see if we can find a different example of some signs for you. All right, over here we have a little bit of, hey, get off my branch. I'm claiming this branch, that kind of thing. So you can hear they're arguing. And that's really about it. So these guys are just kind of chittering. This is a pretty big cage for parrotlets. So I have 6 in here, 3 pairs. I have had absolutely no problems, but that was very nice of them to give us a little example. You could see them jumping away from each other. You can still hear them kind of complaining to each other about the others and jumping around. Now let's see if we could see, oh, did you see that leaning in and beak? That's less friendly, although we're not having like a war. There's nothing that I need to separate. But those are some signs. If that escalated, or if there started to be any biting at all on the feet or anything like that, those would be my signs that this may not work out. So right now, you could see hopefully which are the 3 pairs. because they're all in proximity to each other. So watch for that. If you have to separate them, the very best thing to do is separate them. Otherwise, it is inevitable that feathers will probably be pulled from a parrot. Toes will be bitten, and we can have some damage. So just always be really aware. Like I said, baby parrotlets are really easy to put together, so I doubt you'll have any problems. But when it comes to putting them with another species, I've never tried parrotlets. They're not really warm and cuddly towards other species the way, for example, my golden conure. She is so excited about any other bird, any other human. So parrotlets really, they just don't ooze that I want to make friends. And so if you are putting them with another species, I would definitely have them in their own cages and let them come out in a common space and see how they do in that common space, and let them come together comfortably, naturally, in a way where they're not feeling threatened because they can fly off, as opposed to being limited to whatever space the cage gives them where they can't fly off as much. Thank you for joining me in this blissful parrotlet video. I will catch you next time.